Welcome back. Today we're gonna power to a power. Oh, this is so exciting. It's a trick. So, power to power rule. When you take x to the a to the b, it's x to the a times b. So, remember, we're going to look at this one. We had this before. We said you're going to write this 4 times. Oh my goodness, this is very exhausting. My hand is tired. I'm writing it so many times. Then, if you go to houses, you put the 2's in their house and the G's in their house. Then you multiply. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. And then you have 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 3 is 12. Now you could do that, or if you remember from way back in elementary school, they told you repeated addition is called multiplication. So instead of writing it this way, we just take it over here and we give the 2 the 4 and we give G to the third the 4. 2 to the 4 is a number. It means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16. And then here, when we have a power to a power, we multiply. Now, because I just am a little bit on the odd side, people say that about me. Can you believe it? It just hurts me. It hurts my feelings. It hurts me badly. We're going to call these creepers. Because you've all seen, or maybe not, but you've all seen, we're going to go with that. Go with me on this, people. You've all seen scary movies where that person's just looking in and you're going, no, run away, don't go into the attic, no. But you do. They do it anyway, because otherwise the movie would be really short and really boring. So this guy out here, this 4, he's creeping on this house. He's looking in the window. He's a bad guy. He's creeping on everybody in that house. So what happens is when we have a creeper, we give the creeper, he's creeping on the 2 and he's creeping on the G to the 3. So you separate it into all these little sub houses with their own little creeper. Oh, heebie-jeebies running up and down my spine. So this one, do you see a creeper? What that means is, do you see a house with a power outside the house? The answer is yes, Mrs. Evans. We see a house with a power outside the house. So that means we have a creeper. Creepers multiply your fear. Ooh. So this is x to the 5 times 2, which is x to the 10th. Okay, creeper. What's being creeped on? The 2's being creeped on. And what happens with the creepers? Creepers multiply your fear. Ooh, yeah, I'm going to do that every slide. 3 times 2. So this is 2 to the 6. Now, because it's a number, we can expand it. 2 to the 6, remember, in your head, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. 32 times 2 is 64. It does not mean 2 times 6. When you have numbers, you have to actually multiply them out. When you have variables, you can just multiply the creepers. Okay, oh my gosh, so much going on here. We've got houses and 2 different creepers. So in the first house, 4 has a creeper of 2. X to the first has a creeper of 2. Y to the first has a creeper of 2. Okay, they're actually called powers, but it's okay. -3 is the base with a creeper of 3. D to the second is the base with a creeper of 3. So when we have the numbers, we're going to just take the numbers and remember 4 squared means 4 times 4, which is 16. When you have a power to a power, or a creeper, you multiply because creepers multiply your fear. Ooh! So 1 times 2 is 2. Base is y, power to a power, creeper, multiply your fear. Ooh! So we have 1 times 2 is 2. Now on the -3 to the third, it's a number. So in your head, you have to do a little bit of work. -3 times -3 times -3. -3 times -3 is 9, and 9 times -3 is -27. Then you've got a base of D, power to a power, creeper to creeper, creepers multiply your fear. Woo! D to the 6th. Then you're going to bring it on home. You're going to put the 16 and the negative 27 in the same little house. X squared gets its own little house. Y squared gets its own little house. D to the 6th gets its own little house. So the only thing you have to do is multiply 16 times negative 27. And when you do that, you get negative 432. Did you notice I was stalling when I went to my calculator on that? Okay, no, I cannot multiply that in my head. Since you just have the one little x squared, the one little y squared, and the one little d to the 6th, they just come on down and give you negative 432, x squared, y squared, d to the 6th. Okay, now this one's a little bit weird because we've got a number, a coefficient, and a variable. And we've got a creeper. Ooh. Oh, I forgot to say creepers multiply here. Ooh. All right. So negative 4 is being taken to the power of 3. W is being taken to the power of 3. Okay, they're getting creeped on. Negative 3/4, oh my goodness, that was silly, to the power of 3 over here in our little head means negative 3/4 times negative 3/4 times negative 3/4. Negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. 9 times negative 3 is negative 27. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. Now I'm going to say, where is that W to the 2nd, W to the 3rd? It's up on top. So I'm going to extend this line and I'm going to put the W to the 3rd on top. I'd like our final answer to be one fraction. Bunch of numerators, bunch of denominators. Okay, checkpoint, checkpoint, checkpoint. You got creepers all over the place. This one's just two little creepers with house, or two little guys with their own little creeper. This one, 3 little guys, each one gets a little creeper. On this one, do this problem give them all their creepers? Do this problem give them all their, come on, pen, creepers? Then take them to houses. Oh, so much fun you're going to have. I'm jealous, jealous, jealous. Woo! Remember to multiply your fear. Oh, I almost stopped the video. No, you stop the video. You pause it. You do the work. I'll be back in a minute. Did you miss me? I know you did. Now, here's what's happening. Remember, we call these things houses, and by we, I mean me. Your teacher probably is really sorry I'm making these videos. We call these little houses. This little creeper is creeping on everybody inside that little house, but see this 3Y? It's at the front door. The creeper in the back cannot see it. It's outside the house. So it's just going to stay 3Y in its own little protective custody. It is not being taken to the 2nd power. What this really means is 3y, negative y, y cubed, negative y, y cubed, okay? That one's being taken twice. We're not going to do it that way, though, so I'm going to erase that. What's happening in here, there's a negative 1, and then how many y's are there? You've got y to the 1st, y to the 3rd, so that's really y to the 4th, and then you still have that power of 2 outside. So in the protective front yard, we still have 3y. Now I got a creeper out here. What do creepers do? Oh yeah, they multiply your fear. Woo! The negative 1 is going to get that power of 2. Give it the creeper. The y to the 4th is going to get that power of 2. It's being creeped on. Oh, that was supposed to be dark blue. Darn it. Creeped on. So I have 3y. Negative 1 to the 2nd is negative 1 times negative 1, which is a positive 1. Y to the 4th has a base of y. Power to power is a creeper. Creepers multiply your fear. Woo! So that's going to be 8. Then we've got a 3 and a 1. We've got a y to the 1st and a y to the 8th. 3 times 1 is 3. Now we're back to adding, and you have 1 plus 8 is 9. So here's the hard part. Sometimes there's creepers, sometimes there's houses. If you have a power to a power, that's when you multiply. After you're done with the creepers and creepers are gone, creepers multiply your fear. Woo! But when I have the same base to the two different powers, I'm just adding them. Remember, I'm just adding up how many dinner plates I need to put out. How many of those Y's are in my house? Come on. I just pushed the arrow. It didn't do anything. All right. So here I've got a 2/3, an R to the third. Oh, you know what? I don't like that. Let's erase that. Oh, hope you used a pencil. Let's put the 2 and the R to the third up on top and the 3 on the bottom. Remember, I like one fraction. Then over here, I've got a creeper. And I have a creeper looking at two separate things. So I'm going to take the -3 and give it the creeper of 3. And I'm going to take the R squared and give it the creeper of 3. So over here, I've still got my 2, my R, my third, and my 3. And -3, remember, to the third means -3 times -3 times -3. This is 9, and then 9 times -3 is -27. Over here, I've got a creeper. Creepers multiply your fear. Woo! You getting tired of it yet? I bet not. So 2 times 3 is 6. Now that -27 is up on top and that R to the 6 is up on top. So here's what I really have. I have 2R to the third, -27R to the sixth, all on top, and a 3 on the bottom. Now remember we talked about that really cool thing where you can cancel? I'm going to say 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into -27 -9 times because it's smaller numbers. Then up on top, I have a 2 and a -9 in one house, and I have an R to the third and an R to the sixth in one house. What's on the bottom? 1. Oh, we don't need that. Get rid of it. So I have -18R. Now remember, we're in our house, so we're going to count how many plates, and we need 9. Now the other way to do this is to multiply the 2 and the -27, -54, the R to the third and the R to the sixth, R to the ninth, all over 3, and then divide those out. And you still get -18 R to the ninth. Oh, choices, choices, choices. So what's going to happen is you're going to go to class tomorrow and your teacher's going to tell you the way they really want you to do that. Totally depends on who you have. Next slide. Boom. Oh my gosh. I have a little Santa hat in the background there, and it's like voice activated, and I just made a lot of noise, so now it's singing to us. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Okay, and you know what's weird? I'm recording this before Christmas, and it's after Christmas when you're watching this, so yeah, it's kind of weird. So back to this. I kind of waited until it was gone, just a little distraction. My base is H. I have a creeper of 3. No, I don't. I have a power of 3. I have a creeper of 2, and creeping upon that creeper is another 2. So what this is a power to a power to a power. So my base is H. I'm going to take all those powers and I'm going to multiply them. So 3 times 2 is 6, and I still have another times 2. So my final answer is H to the 12th. So don't get creeped out because there's a lot of creepers. Remember, creepers multiply your fear. Woo! Let's just look real quickly. H to the third squared and H to the third times H to the second. Do you see the difference? These are creepers. All you have is one H and then it's got 2 powers. Here you have an H and an H. This is where you add. It gets a little confusing. It's one of those things that you have to work on, and practice makes perfect. Okay, so I've got creeper, 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 no creeper. So here's what's happening. Up on the top, this one right here, I have a base of 3 with a creeper or a power of 3. I have a K to the second with a creeper or a power of 3. On the bottom, I just have 6M to the fourth. There's no house there. There's no creepers. They're just kind of hanging out, having a chocolate shake. Up here, I have a 4 for the base with a power or a creeper of 2. I have m cubed as the base with a power or a creeper of 2. And just because this is so much fun, on the bottom, I've got a creeper. So 6 is a base, power or creeper of 2. K to the second is my base with a power or a creeper of 2. I got a lot of cleaning up to do. I'm going to go over here because this is going to get messy, I feel like. This 3 to the third is, remember 3 to the third is 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9 times 3, 27. Creeper, got a base of K with a creeper of 2 and 3. Creepers multiply your fierce. Ha ha! So when you have a power to a power, you multiply, you get 27K to the 6th. I'm going to make a big long on the bottom. Then I'm just going to put that 6m to the 4th because it didn't have any powers to powers. It just had the bases and the little exponent there. So no creepers. My fear is not multiplied. Can't even say anything fun. 4 to the second means 4 times 4, which is 16. Here I've got a base of m and a creeper of 3 and 2. 3 times 2 is 6. On the bottom, 6 to the second means 6 times 6, which is 36. Got a base of k and a creeper. Woo! Creepers multiply your fear. 2 times 2 is 4. Now I'm going to go ahead and just multiply straight across because I just feel like that's what you're going to do, and then I'm going to show you that that's not a really great idea. So 27 times 16 is 432. I've got k to the 6th and m to the 6th. On the bottom, I have 6 times 36, which is 216. I have an m to the 4th and a k to the 4th. Here's the deal, Lucille. What if I'm doing this on the I-step and I don't have a calculator? I got to figure out what goes into 432 and 216 to reduce it. So if I look back over here, I'm going to take my purple. Are 6 and 16 both even? So they can both be divided by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 16 divided by 2 is 8. How about 27 and 3? 3 divided by 3 is 1. 27 divided by 3 is 9. How about 9 and 36? 9 divided by 9 is 1. 36 divided by 9 is 4. So oh, wait a minute. Now I've got 8 and 4. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. 4 divided by 4 is 1. So that all reduces to 2. So can I do it that way? Yes. If I have a calculator, can I take 432 divided by 216 and get 2? Yes. So if you have a calculator, you're in good shape. If you don't, you gotta learn some tricks. Okay? Now look at the top, I've got k to the 6th. On the bottom, I've got k to the 4th. Remember, when we're dividing, we subtract. So that's k to the 2nd. I have an m to the 4th and an m to the 6th. When you're dividing, we subtract. So I have, that's not m to the 6th. Who wrote that? What idiot wrote that? Oh, I am. I'm a member of the ID10T club. Did you ever know that? Did I say that before? I don't know. ID10T spells idiot. I'm an idiot. Ah, what can I say? All right. 6 minus 4 is 2. So this is my final answer. Wow, that slide is a mess, but isn't it colorful? I like it. I'm going to go with the next slide and look at this one. So up on top here, I have 2 with a creeper of 2, f to the 1st with a creeper of 2. I'm going to make a whole top. I'm going to do this too. There's just a 9 and an h to the 6th. There were no creepers outside, so I just go ahead and rewrite it. On the bottom, I have a creeper. So I have 3 with a creeper of 2, h to the 3rd with a creeper of 2, and I have a little old f. I'm going to make it f to the 1st. Right here, 2 squared, that means 2 times 2, which is 4. F to the 1st to the 2nd, that's a creeper. Creepers multiply your fear. Woo! F to the 2nd. And I still have 9 and h to the 6th. No creepers, I'm just rewriting them. 3 to the 2nd means 3 times 3, that's 9. Here I have a creeper. When I have a power to a power, I multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. and then I have f to the first. Now I'm going to put together in my houses 4 and 9, f to the second, and h to the sixth. Down on the bottom, I just have 9. I have an h to the sixth and an f to the first. Now I'm hoping you see a 4 times 9 that those 9s can just cancel. So I have 4, f to the second, h to the sixth, over h to the sixth, f to the first. What about 6 and 6? Remember, I subtract. 6 minus 6 is 0. That means my h's are gone. For the f, 2 minus 1 is 4f to the first. You know what you have to do on these? You have to go slowly. Remember that last one was an 8 or 9 minute video? This is 20 minutes. I had a lot of saying to do, a lot of talking. We had to listen to the Santa hat. So here is checkpoint 2 for you to do. Have fun. Okay? Hey, talk to you at the next video. Bye.